There's Diane Raw Girl and Knit Nut. Hi, look. It's Kim Campbell.
Oh, that's so
Look,
neat.
look. And there's Nelson Campbell. What are y'all doing? Come squeeze in.
She's a natural. She does this all the time.
There's Apple Lady too and Missy. Hi. Plant Eater's here.
Your arm's not long
I
enough.
know, hold on. Where's my phone?
So Jill,
Hold it.
So these people are just, how do they, I guess it just pops up on their screen that you're on.
Yeah, so they got a little message that we want to hang, and then, and so they're turning, they hit it, and then it goes to a live broadcast, and they're going to watch us.
Look at, you're getting more and more.
Yeah, it'll pop.
Hey.
There's Plant Eater. She says hi. Hey, she goes, that's Busy Croc. That's us, binge watchers. Okay, so stay right there. Stay right there. I didn't know if we were going to do a hang with or not. Carissa's here. Hi, Carissa.
So we're hanging with,
And
that's
he wants to
hanging.
know
And we're live.
I'm hanging.
And all kinds of fun
She's
topics.
hanging out with me.
Who to work with.
That's what she's
And
really excited
I
about.
think if we can
I'm not very
articulate
computer savvy, so
those
this is fun.
things
This is
to
a
him,
lot of
fun.
that
All right.
he already has
Do
a
we have,
mandate
where's the Instant Pot,
from the
Jill?
board
You didn't bring
to
yours?
pursue this.
Oh my
And he's
goodness.
personally interested.
Look at Missy
And,
Croc. Jill is the
I think
best.
that
Tell us
it's,
something good, Kim.
You know, I'm excited
Something
because I'm
good.
hoping
We are
that he's
in
gonna
Midland,
come
Texas,
away this
and they
evening
have
with,
amazing things
with,
going on here. We are staying with Staten and Blythe, and we're
really,
showing the film
you know,
tonight
with
at
some
7 o'clock.
real passion.
And we met with a
because,
really big
we want to engage
pod
him
that's formed,
more.
that's already formed here in Midland, so it's very exciting.
It's gonna
And
be
I've
good.
never been to
But,
Texas, so this is.
You know,
Yeah, it's her
Fun.
first time to Texas.
I think that
Can
he
you
has
believe
some
it?
influence
Char Char's
around
here.
town. There are people in
I wasn't
You gotta
playing.
get on hanging with. Yeah, this is neat.
We're live
Bring the
broadcast.
dogs over.
And it's gonna be,
I didn't bring them. I didn't want to freak Nelson out.
you know, we are gonna get these
You
people
didn't bring your
to
bunny?
tell you what,
I didn't.
it's just a question of, I'm not the.
What are y'all doing? Okay, y'all ask anything you want to ask Kim.
Yeah, you gotta ask me questions
Yeah.
because I can't just talk off the fly.
Look, and she gave me a copy of PlantPure Nation, and she signed it, and I'm gonna do a giveaway, and one of y'all's gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it. One of y'all's gonna get it. Has I got it yet? Is it tall enough? That's good enough. There we go. Now I can't read it. I need some binoculars. What does it say?
It says, oops, PP, wait, hi Kim, just bought the cookbook, yay!
Yeah, Missy says, is this the Kim from PP? Yes, this is Kim Campbell, author of PlantPure Nation. That Kim. Amazing you both are. An inspiration. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Oh, Tess says I made the sweet pepper coconut corn chowder for lunch. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah, I love that. My niece gave me that recipe. She's a nurse practitioner and she went to Africa and brought that recipe back. So I had to clean it up a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yum yum.
Do y'all have any questions about the recipes from the book? Nettie's here.
So that's
Annette.
really.
Annette lives up in Canada, and she's been plant-based for how long? And she's lost 100 pounds.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, she is. She's awesome.
How long did it take her to lose the 100 pounds?
I don't know. How long did it take you, Annette?
He's the president and CEO of.
Missy Croc says, which is your favorite recipe?
I can tell you the rest. I don't have a favorite, but I can tell you what we cook over and over and over. The sesame noodle lettuce wrap,
I'm squeezing in.
there we go. The tacos, the chickpea tacos, I like those a lot, and lasagna. My kids love lasagna. Macaroni and cheese, comfort food.
That macaroni and cheese is good.
It is good.
Yeah, that's a really good.
Burritos, that a really easy recipe is spinach broccoli enchiladas. Burritos.
I haven't made those
She
yet.
runs the
Super
community.
easy, really easy. You can probably do that in 10 or 15 minutes. Really healthy.
Can you guys hear us okay?
We did that in
Yeah,
Jump
she
Start
totally
too.
runs all of
That was
that.
popular.
Nothing.
Oh,
That's a
dog alert.
puppy.
Dog alert, that's the dog.
May of 2000.
Oh, Annette, May 2012. Carrie Eats Plants is here. Hi! Look, it's Kim Campbell. Kathy said the veggie balls were amazing.
Yeah, that recipe comes kind of from my mother-in-law. She's the meatball queen. She can make a mean meatball.
We were talking about meatballs earlier.
Yeah, because I said lentil meatball. I have a
Talking about
lentil
binders.
meatball.
You know, it's really good if you use sweet potatoes in it because it sweetens it
very
up a little bit
exciting.
too.
I have to go to
Sub
the
out
hospital. I have
the
a
starch
patient
for sweet
readmitted
potatoes.
with
It's really
like
I
nice.
do that in my veggie burgers too.
Yep.
You get a nice crust too from the
Sugars.
sweet
Yeah,
potato.
it is.
Sweet
That's
potato.
good stuff.
I haven't read that recipe. What's the binder for the meatballs?
Just,
The meatballs
you
has
see the
it has breadcrumbs in it. It has
marigold,
tofu.
the wild marigold blooming. It's
It
called
has walnuts.
Mountain
You know, I do it
marigold or
different every
Copper
time.
Canyon
Yeah.
marigold.
Mix it up.
That's the
Yeah.
marigold.
That's the
that
way it should be.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rural Mexicans
Creative fun.
use in their,
Annette says, I'm so happy that Kim decided to join our gang. Yeah, I was teaching her, she was asking me about Hang With, and I was trying to show her how the app worked, and I just went ahead and hit the live button. Oh, I got her to do it.
Are these
Not like
people
coffee,
from
but it has
Texas
a
predominantly that you know?
No, they're
These are
all
people
over.
from just all over.
Okay, so everybody say where you're from. So like Annette's from Canada.
This is Blythe. Oops, sorry, this is Blythe.
I've
She
never
had
been
us
on Hang-
stay
Hang
in her
with me.
home.
She's
You're
hanging
gonna
with
be all over Facebook.
Hey,
Blythe.
you are famous. You got a lot of people. So,
What do we have
so
to
you just dial in, and then people are like, "Hey, how's it going?"
You're jumping on.
Jumping on.
And
Hi,
we are routinely on Saturday mornings
Oh, okay.
at 10:30.
But you couldn't because you were.
Yeah, because we thought we were going to be having lunch or whatever. So I
Yeah.
said, I said, okay, I'll miss you guys on Saturday.
Oh, I
but-
saw your last one. You said you didn't think that Kim was going to do this because I don't like videos. And
Yeah.
You don't. But this is not.
Isn't this
intimidating.
fun?
This isn't like my son standing there
That
videotaping
is so
me yelling at me.
sweet.
No, and it's so personal
She
because
needs her bunny ears though. I need the bunny ears.
this is so much more fun because you're really talking,
Yeah.
folks. I mean, you have to look at yourself, but I don't
Well,
really
and they
see
can ask you
myself.
questions
Yes.
and you can answer them.
And I think people are asking questions.
Yeah, they are. They're busy. Okay, so let's see. We've got. Oh my gosh.
Wanna sit
All
down
right.
next to me? Yeah, let me.
Yeah, squeeze in.
Help this real
You
quick,
have to
and I'll
s-
sit down with you. Okay.
Okay, so Plant Eaters from Florida.
Wow,
And,
they're all over.
Yeah, Seattle, Canada, Louisiana,
Wow,
Knit
look
Nuts
at
from
that.
Louisiana, Ontario,
It's
Canada.
a PlantPure Nation.
Oh
Yeah. And Louisiana.
Jill, how
Knit
long-
Nut and Apple 82 are family. Knit Nut is mom and Apple 82 is the daughter, and they live next door to each other.
How do you know Kim? Well,
Yeah. How do you know?
how did I find your? I found your videos. I know. I had a cookbook review from you, and it popped up, and I saw that you were doing videos, and then I found your website, and then I found soy curls, and then I found more recipes. So yeah,
It's like a rabbit hole.
it's a
Yeah.
We were talking about that, how we first met. And I
Yeah.
know how, when I met you in person, but how we hooked up on Facebook was like, how did that happen? I
Yeah,
can't
we
remember.
just hooked up.
We just found each other somehow.
Yeah. Is it that she contacted you? How long have? How long have you known one another? We're newbie friends.
We just met this afternoon.
Yeah. This is the first time we got our first hug
I
today.
contacted you because I tried one of your recipes and I wanted to put it on PlantPure Nation.
That's right.
But I wanted your permission to do it.
Yeah.
So that's how that happened.
So I'll confess this. So there's this Kim at Yahoo. Sorry. Well, I didn't say the whole thing, right? That's not your whole thing. So
It's K Campbell at PlantPure Nation. They can email
yeah,
me.
that one. But then your first email was from a Yahoo account.
Yeah, it was.
So there's this Kim that wants to use one of my recipes on the PlantPure Nation website, and I was like, okay. And I thought, all right, some admin, some data entry person, wants to borrow a recipe, and I was like, okay. And then I just kind of sat on that because I didn't answer it right away, and I thought, okay. And then I looked down, like a day or two later, I looked down at the book, and I'm like, Kim. Oh, Kim. You think that's the same Kim?
I
I'm like,
didn't tell you who I was.
no, you didn't say
I'm
you.
sorry.
No, and it just didn't it didn't click, and I was like, oh, that Kim. You think that's really? And now I'm like, okay, cool. So we've been chatting through emails and swapping recipes. Carrie Eats Plants asks, can Kim explain a bit how the pods are expected to work?
Okay, I'm going to pull Nelson in because he's the one that's the mastermind behind the pods. Hey, Nelson.
All right, look, it's Nelson Campbell from PlantPure Nation.
Yes, Jill's as crazy in real life as she is on the internet.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, I want to back this up just a minute. Okay, so Carrie Eats Plants asked that if you could explain how the pods are expected to work.
Okay, well, we started out with the idea of a pod as a group, as kind of a PlantPure group that we would launch and in communities across the country. And then we changed that to the idea of the pod as a network of existing groups. So what we're doing is we're going into cities and towns and we're setting up these networks. So the way that you can get into a pod is to, first of all, go to the website. In fact, just today we put some new functionality up there that makes all of this clearer and more easy to do. But you can, first of all, if you don't have a pod in your community, you can request that one be set up. Then after it's set up, you can get involved in several different ways. First, if you're part of an existing group, you can enroll that group in the pod. If you're not part of a group, but you see some group that's in the pod that you want to join, you can join that group. The other thing that you can do is you can start up a new group. And if you don't want to do any of that, you can participate in a public online group. But we recommend that people actually join an existing group, enroll in an existing group, or start a new group, because what this is really all about is building real-world community support around this idea, to both promote the idea within the community and then also to provide continuing support to people who have decided to live this way, and to provide a way for people like Jill here to have exposure in the community and to be able to go out and help people do this. So there are a lot of people out there who've got skills like you have and passion like you have, and who are maybe they're not as crazy as you.
Keep going.
And they don't wear bunny ears. But at any rate, there are a lot of people like you, and we've got to create a.
Oh,
What are you doing over there?
that was the dog.
We've got to create a situation where all of us can come together, and people like you can help other people who are interested in this.
Yeah, because this is a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun to get to know people and do potlucks and you guys know that we're always running up against not having enough friends or not enough support, and the pods are the way we're going to be able to do it. And I think what makes PlantPure Nation or the PlantPure pods so exciting is that they're helping us come together. We have a website that we can go to. I mean, sure, we have Facebook, but Facebook is really spread out. But when we go to PlantPure Pods or PlantPure Nation, we're going to be able to get in touch and find out where those strangers are in our own city that we can connect with, and we can build something together with them. But we don't know. We're not going to find them. We may not find those people on Twitter and Facebook and all those things, but we'll be able to find it right there.
Yeah, actually, you just said something that you just hit the nail on the head.
Oh.
All right, because what we're really trying to do is we're trying to create a new kind of social media, one that's actually rooted in the real community. So real people connecting with other people in their communities, meeting in real places, having real conversations, doing real things together that affect people's lives.
Yeah.
And having interaction around that. So we're going to be creating a platform to help facilitate all of this. We're very, very early in the process, and we just introduced kind of a version 1.0 of the web platform, and it had some problems. It had some bugs and some incomplete sections and so. But we're starting to get some of that ironed out, and we've got a lot in the pipeline that we're going to be rolling out over the next few months.
That's cool.
So
I'm excited about that. And you're very, do you guys, are you, I know we are. Everybody can get on the PlantPure Nation newsletter, right? It's not just for the people that promoted.
So you can, exactly. So you can go to plantpurenation.com and sign up to get the newsletter. We do a newsletter every couple weeks or twice a month.
And that really is the best way to keep track of what's going on. He's writing the newsletters, and then there's the throw in. The other folks in the office there that you're working with are throwing in and telling what's going on behind the scenes. So it's really cool to get in on the newsletters right now, because we're able to watch this movement grow and the website grow, and I'm excited about that part. I was trying to say earlier that one of the reasons I moved to Austin was in hopes of getting to know more plant-based people and try to find that community, but also try to find an organization that is interested in being plant-based. Yes, there's the perks of the environment and the animals and such, but I am a foodie, and I'm all about the food. And so I wanted to be in touch or be a part of a movement and an organization that was about the food and making the changes. And here it is. PlantPure Nation is that support and that network that I was looking for, and I'm really excited about being a part of that.
Girl Scouts across America, Joe.
Well, the thing,
He always laughs when I tell him that.
well, the thing that's actually most of our demographic, most of our audience is women.
Yeah.
But the thing that gets me most excited about all of this is actually the food is a big part. You're exactly right, and I love food. But
Hook 'em with the food.
yeah, but also it's the idea that we all have something to offer. You know, too often in this country we tend to look to other people and organizations. We look up to government to lead us, and the reality is that we all have leadership capability. We can be leaders in our own lives first, and then we can be leaders within our families and within our communities. And when we went across the country in the spring and the summer and did all these screenings, the one thing that I saw over and over again is I saw person after person taking risk to promote this idea. And we need a new paradigm of social change in this country where we provide the organization, the information and inspiration and resources to enable people to connect with one another and to make change within their local communities. Because that's the only way we're going to change the world is from the bottom up that way.
You're right.
And I'm hoping that as we roll these pods out and we start to address this issue of health, that maybe in the process we can demonstrate a new paradigm for how social change can happen in other ways.
Yeah.
So that's what gets me excited is,
Yeah.
you know, it's a very humble approach. It's not something that depends on me or my dad or any other small group of people in the plant-based community.
Yeah.
It's everyone,
People.
it's everyone together, and everyone's, you know what's important is that everyone had the opportunity to contribute. The magnitude of contribution is not important, it's the act of contributing.
I agree.
And we are all equal in that.
Yeah. And when we're all excited, when we've had a taste of the plant-based life and we know, I mean, we're all like that. Everybody here is on fire about how good they feel and they want to share and they're trying to be the example to others. And the pods, you know, I was kind of daydreaming about that it's even more powerful that this movement can happen and knowing that it can happen because as people in our community, we already know everyone, right? We know how our town works. We know the mood of our town. We all live in a different place, a different city. But each place has its own mood. Our churches, our Sunday school classes, we know the personalities of the people around us, and it's only by working with them directly and being the immediate people that can reach out to them. That makes the movement happen.
Exactly. That's why we have to start local.
Yeah.
Just for the reason you said. It's why we call these groups pods.
Yeah.
Because it's all about planting seeds, but it's people planting seeds in other people.
Yeah.
And that has to be local.
It doesn't work any other way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, otherwise it's this distant message, and it's something that can easily be turned off. But you can't. But when you're there, you're seeing the same people week after week, and you can be an example to others. I mean, that's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, the example becomes the light, and then before you know it, everybody's like, "Boy, you look good. I want a piece of that." And what are you doing? And then you draw them in, and giving, just like you said, we can all lead. We can all throw in, and we all have talents. And even if we don't think we have a talent, we do. And just being plant-based, you know, just trying to take responsibility for your health is being an example to others. When Annette loses 100 pounds right in front of everybody, girl, you are a light to everyone around you. And so you're making a change, and you're the leader for yourself, and you're the leader of your own health, and that. You know, right there, that's the beginning of a pod where you are.
Yeah.
So,
It really all starts with a sense of humility and a recognition of everyone's abilities.
Yeah.
And, you know, even within the plant-based field, you know, in the past, sometimes there's been a bit too much ego and competition. And, you know, certainly we owe a lot to the folks who've come before and who've helped to promote this idea and kind of give birth to it. But we're at a new point now where we need to get away from this sort of small leadership idea, and we've got to broaden this out to everyone and get everyone involved. Everyone has something to contribute, and we're all the same in that regard.
We are. No one's better than anybody else at all. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, Tess is asking, I'm curious about what's on the menu for Thanksgiving at the Nelson household.
Thanksgiving's very traditional in our house. I grew up in a very traditional home, meat and potatoes, lots of vegetables, so I pretty much do the same things I always have done, except without the turkey. We do the stuffing and the mashed potatoes and the squash, and we do the corn casserole. I do that green bean casserole, except I make mine from scratch. Now I don't use the canned mushroom soup.
Right.
Pumpkin pie, and I think Jill made my chocolate pumpkin pie the other day.
Awesome.
Those carrots.
Oh, I do Grandma Campbell's carrots.
Are those in the book?
Stuffed mushrooms. No, none of this is in this book. They're in the next book. And I was going to upload it to the PlantPure Nation website, so I'll do that this week. That's one of my jobs. My to-do list is to put some of these recipes up for PlantPure Nation. So.
Awesome. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Just one pie?
No.
Usually has
two
seven.
pies.
Number
Two
one.
pies.
How many pies do we have, Nelson?
Usually
Come on,
two or
spell it.
3 or
4 or 5.
Oh,
We do apple cranberry, we
Sounds
do pumpkin,
traditional.
we do
Ooh.
apple, we do
They do apple too.
chocolate.
Yeah, we never.
Yeah, we definitely indulge on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But it's all plant-based,
I'll bet
right?
you have some good food too on Thanksgiving.
It sounds pretty close to your plate, to your
Same
table.
here.
We have to do the Maggie and I like pumpkin pie. My husband has to have the pecan pie, and then my son loves apple pie. But he wants the lattice work and the whole. It has to be. It's not Thanksgiving without the apple pie, and I have no idea where he got that, but that's his thing. So there's just 4 of us.
I know.
And I'm like, what? How are we gonna eat all this? But we do. We find a way to just eat it. But yeah, it's fun. Lots of cornbread dressing, lots of veggies.
Yeah, we
I mean,
do
it's
dressing
really
in the South, not stuffing. So instead of it,
Dressing.
it's made like a casserole dish, and it's really moist, almost
And
like
what
a
do
pudding.
you use? Do you use vegetable broth instead of butter, obviously?
Right. Lots of vegetable broth. I use a little bit of the soy curls for my grandfather's recipe,
That's a good
and lots
idea.
of homemade cornbread.
I
I'm gonna
love
try it
cornbread.
with butternut
too.
squash in it this year. I'm gonna just change it up a little, see what happens.
Somebody made Nelson's grits. Who was that? From PlantPure Nation. I bought a bag of grits so I can try it.
All right, so
Okay,
I have
here he
to.
goes. He's going to complain about the grits again.
No, we just went to a function earlier today, and it was a potluck, and someone made Nelson's grits. So I had to tell them the truth. The truth is that
Oh!
I have my
Kim's
own
grits.
I have my own grit recipe,
Oh.
and Kim took it and added vegetables to it. Now I love vegetables, but they don't go in grits. Okay, so she
I
added
thought you were
vegetables.
fancy.
Yeah, and she left out the tahini and a couple little things. So it's really Kim's grits, but she wanted to put my name to it.
You
So
have to be healthier than you are.
but maybe it's, you said Nelson's grits because I love grits.
Because you love grits and I don't really
I
like
grew
grits.
up on grits.
But
So.
let me tell you what you can
but-
do with leftover grits. Put them on. Take a cookie sheet and spread them out on a cookie sheet. You can make polenta with it.
Yeah.
And you can slice them into. I just made polenta
Polenta
fries.
fries.
Ooh.
And then I covered them with some herbs and some breadcrumbs and put them in the oven and baked them. Oh my goodness, they were delicious.
Those
That sounds good.
croutons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
They're
Yeah.
delicious.
Polenta croutons.
So how do you really like your grits?
Well, I throw a bunch of stuff in there, and I don't even really keep track.
You just smell your way through?
Garlic
20
and
spices later.
salt and pepper and a
Like,
little bit of hot
taste it.
sauce.
That
And,
needs a little more of this. Nope,
and,
no, it needs a little more of this.
of course, some
Put
nutritional
peanut butter
yeast
in
and
that one
tahini.
time.
No, that was an experiment, but it didn't really work.
Didn't make the
Yeah.
tahini was a
Yeah,
little bit better.
but I tried to create a little, cheesy flavor,
Yeah.
and the salt and pepper and the garlic and
All that other good stuff.
and there's other stuff I threw in there.
Yeah.
But
So do you really like grits, or you just like all the spices?
I like grits. I don't know
They're
why.
creamy. They're
I love
delicious.
grits with. I used to when I was a kid growing up, I'd have grits, scrambled eggs,
We all did. It's
a
okay.
piece of bacon,
Yeah.
and a slice of toast. But now I've done away with the bacon and the eggs.
Yeah.
of course, but I still love the grits.
They're good.
Have you ever
They're-
made grits with steel cut oats?
No,
Savory
that's
steel cut oats?
no.
Together?
That sounds like a crime.
That sounds weird. Together?
What are you talking
It
about?
has
That
a
sounds
similar
like
texture,
Uh-huh.
that creamy,
yeah.
you know, kind of the grain of the
That sounds
texture.
interesting.
Yeah,
It has a
because-
similar texture to grits if you make them
Really?
savory instead
Oh, wait,
of
wait,
sweet.
you're not mixing the grits.
No,
Oh,
no, no.
I thought you meant
gosh.
you were mixing the grits
No,
with
no,
the
no.
steel cut
I was
oats.
like, that's
No,
weird.
You
Okay, I
make
got
steel
you.
cut oats and you make them savory.
Oh,
And
okay.
they're very similar to making grits.
Okay, now that could be interesting to try.
Okay.
I thought we had that.
And
Yeah.
you know, the
Breakfast this morning,
nutritionally
somebody
based
said
and some
savory.
Yeah.
sauteed onions for the
I'll have to
sweetness.
try it.
Try
Oh.
it. Try it out.
Somebody's asking about the next book.
Well, it's coming.
It's Finley. You heard it here first.
Get 'em
Folks.
over a little bit.
Now, here, we have to back it up. 'Cause we have
It's
to
done. All the recipes are done. We're photographing them right now, and my son is doing all the photography. So, and he's in college full time right now. So
Yeah, we're all
it's
in
done, and we just need to get it finished. And when we stop traveling for PlantPure Nation, maybe I'll finish it.
This is your last stop, right?
This is the last stop. Yeah.
Woo. They couldn't go home without seeing me.
That's right.
So that's what it was.
Save the best for last, right?
Go, yeah. Just go tell him bye, because this is live.
All right, see you, everyone.
He's going to go back to work.
Everyone listen to Jill. She's got a great show.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
You're so cool.
All right.
Just like me.